Testimonials are the most powerful marketing tool that you have, but they're also the most legally dangerous if you use them wrong. And I know, I'm Karam. I'm the 20-year battle-tested lawyer who's defended entrepreneurs in the courtroom and the boardroom. And I've seen the mistakes and claims that they make that take them down, and testimonials that may look harmless now that can be big legal problems for entrepreneurs down the road. And that's a mistake that you have to avoid making right now. So here's what I'm going to show you today, right? The complete rules for using testimonials legally, what you must disclose, how to structure them, and the mistakes that trigger FTC investigations. Now, literally every entrepreneur uses testimonials, but most of them are breaking the law. They're not using them properly. This is educational content, not legal advice. Let's fix your testimonials. Let's jump right in. Here's the problem, right? Here's what most entrepreneurs do. They collect great client results, post them everywhere, and think that they're marketing smart. But testimonials have strict FTC rules. Material connection disclosure, typical results disclosures, honest representation. Most entrepreneurs violate at least one of these rules in every testimonial they use. So when the FTC audits your marketing, testimonials are what they examine first. And as a private lawyer suing you, that's what I would look at as well. So here's some testimonial rules that you really need to understand. Rule number 1 is material connection disclosure. So what is a material connection? A material connection means any relationship between you and the person given the testimonial that consumers wouldn't expect and that could affect the testimonial's credibility needs to be disclosed. So what requires disclosure? That you paid them for a testimonial, that you gave them free products or services, that they're an employee or contractor of yours, that they're an affiliate who earns from referrals, that they received an incentive, a gift, a benefit, a dinner, what have you, that they're a friend or family member. That all requires disclosure for testimonials. So what doesn't require disclosure? Past clients who paid full price and received standard service. Unprompted client reviews from genuine customers. Testimonials from clients who received nothing special. So how do we disclose material connections so that we don't violate the FTC? There needs to be a clear statement at the beginning of the testimonial. It can't be buried or hidden, right? It has to be unavoidable. Legal examples are when you say paid endorsement or sponsored, or I received this product free in exchange for my review, or when you say I'm an affiliate and I earn commission from purchases, or when you say employee testimonial. Illegal examples are no disclosure when they got something. Disclosures buried in bios or fine print. Vague disclosures like partnerships without explaining compensation. Now, the FTC's position is quite clear. Consumers have the right to know about any relationship that might affect the credibility of an endorsement. So that's what they're looking for. Rule number 2 is typical results disclosure. And this is really important. So when you use testimonials showing results, you must disclose what results are typical for your average client. Now, the FTC's reasoning is a testimonial showing exceptional results creates false expectations unless you explain that those results aren't typical. And that could be even fraud. So when is it that you must disclose typical results? Any testimonial showing specific measurable outcomes, any income testimonials, any weight loss testimonials, any business testimonials, any before-after transformations, any time savings or efficiency gains, those require disclosure. So what exactly is it that you must disclose? You have to disclose what results are typical for most clients, or what percentage of clients achieve the testimonial result, or that the testimonial result is not typical. And how do we calculate typical results? We got to track all client outcomes, not just the successes. We have to calculate median or average results. We have to determine what percentage actually achieve various outcome levels. This all has to be backed by data. We have to update regularly as you get more data. Now, a legal example is this client lost 50 pounds. Typical weight loss is 10 to 15 pounds in the first 3 months. This result is not typical. Most clients see 20 to 30% of this level of success. Or let's say only 15% of clients achieve results like this. What are some illegal examples? Just showing exceptional results with no context. Results vary, disclaimer, when results shown are far above typical. Using only your best results without explaining they're exceptional. The disclosure requirement has to be clear and conspicuous. It has to be next to the testimonial, not at the bottom of the page where people can miss it. This is all about avoiding deceptive advertising and fraud claims. That's why there are so many rules when it comes to testimonials. And it's an area of law that's routinely abused that entrepreneurs really need to understand. Rule number 3 is have honest and not misleading representation violations. And this has a whole legal meaning to it. Every aspect of your testimonial must be truthful and not misleading in any way, and that can be very, very broad. So what does this really mean for testimonials? It means that the testimonial must reflect the person's genuine experience. You can't cherry pick quotes to change meaning. You can't create fake testimonials or use stock photos. You can't edit testimonials to remove negative aspects, right? You can do it to summarize. Now, photos have to accurately represent reality. Common violations here include fake testimonials or reviews, stock photos presented as real clients, heavily edited testimonials that change the meaning of it, before and after photos that are manipulated to exaggerate the results, composite testimonials from multiple clients presented as one, that's a no-no, and testimonials from people who didn't actually use your product or service or didn't like it. And that happens a bunch. So what can you do to edit these testimonials? You can edit for length and clarity as long as the meaning stays the same, right? You can't change the meaning. You can remove identifying information with permission. You can combine similar experiences if disclosed as composite. You can use illustrations if clearly labeled as not real clients. What you cannot do is make up testimonials even if based on typical experience. Use actors or models as if they're real clients. Manipulate photos to misrepresent results. Change the substance or meaning of what the client said. All right, here's rule number 4. Testimonials must reflect current performance. Testimonials must accurately reflect your current product, service, or performance, not old versions or discontinued offerings, right? So you have to update them. So when do testimonials become misleading, right? They become misleading when your product or service has changed significantly, when your results are no longer comparable to the testimonial period, when pricing or terms have changed materially, or you no longer offer what the testimonial describes. So what do you have to do in this circumstance? You have to update testimonials regularly. You have to remove outdated testimonials. A lot of entrepreneurs forget this. You have to add context, explaining changes if keeping old testimonials. You have to disclose if testimonials are from older versions. And this is really important because it's hard to remember all this stuff. You're doing so much stuff in business. That's why it's always great to have a lawyer by your side, somebody in-house that's watching your defense, because this is the stuff that most entrepreneurs never think about. And as a lawyer, if I'm going to attack you for fraud or anything, I'm going after your testimonials first. Rule number 5 is celebrity and influencer testimonials. They have their own rule because celebrity and influencer testimonials have additional requirements because of their outsized influence on consumers. There's special rules that apply to influencers. They have to disclose material connection clearly. They actually have to use the product or service that they are endorsing. They have to use it and they have to like it. They can't endorse competing products simultaneously. They have to have a genuine experience with the product, not just say what you told them to say. And disclosure must be in the post itself, not in just a profile. Now, the FTC has certain expectations for influencer disclosures. They want you to use hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, or paid partnership tags. They want disclosure has to be at the beginning of the post, not buried. It has to be clear on every platform, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it may be. Stories and temporary content need disclosures too. Can't rely on the platform's built-in disclosure tools alone, right? You have to put them in there yourself. It's really important. They have to be visible, they have to be conspicuous, and you can't rely on the platform's disclosure as your legal defense. So the next question is, how do we structure testimonials correctly? So here's your simple system for legally compliant testimonials. You ready? Step 1, get proper permissions. Get written consent to use the testimonial, get permission to use the name, photo, likeness, what have you, the right to edit for length and clarity. Get an agreement to disclose material connections. Step 2, you got to document the testimonial. I want you to save the original testimonial exactly as you received it. Note any compensation or benefits provided, whatever it may be. Record the date and the context. Track the client's actual results with data. Step 3, we're going to create the compliant version of the testimonial. We're going to add the material connection disclosure, if applicable, right? We're going to add the typical results disclosure, if showing exceptional results. We're going to ensure that there's honest representation. We're going to make the disclosures clear and conspicuous. Step 4, we're going to place correctly the marketing disclosures adjacent to the testimonial, not separated from or hidden from the testimonial. It has to be easily readable in size and contrast, same format, language, font, all that good stuff. Step 5, we're going to review and update testimonials regularly. Have a quarterly review of all testimonials. Remove the outdated ones. Update typical results. Update disclosures as data changes. Ensure continuous continued accuracy. That's the obligation and the burdens on you to make sure that all of this stuff is compliant and legal. Because if you use testimonials wrong and the FTC can fine you, they can force refunds to all customers and they can ban you from using testimonials entirely. If you use testimonials correctly, they're extremely powerful. Legal marketing tools that build trust and they drive sales. Now, most entrepreneurs violate testimonial rules without even knowing it. So now you know how to do it right, so there's no more excuses. So if you're using testimonials, and you really should be, you need to make sure they're legally compliant. So if you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to take a deep dive and explore the risks that your business faces, the legal threats, I've got a great gift for you. It's called the Risk Report and Business Defense Plan. All you have to do is answer some questions about your business. I'll generate an AI-powered report that'll show you where you've got risks, where you've got threats, and what you have to do to make your business legally bulletproof. It's all for free. Click below, get legally bulletproof. I'm Karam Nahas, the battle-tested lawyer. Good luck.